Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents Something the Boxing Game's Missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Alright, so I wanted to come in and get my quick little thoughts on the Bantamweight, the IBF Bantamweight World title fight that took place this morning in Japan. This is a fight that I wanted to make a video about for a while, but I never got around to it, and the fight already happened. So these are my thoughts, and it's between Emmanuel Rodriguez defending the IBF title against Ryosuke Nishida. And I hope I'm saying his name right, because I'm going to have to get it right, because the result of the fight for Nishida was, in fact, a unanimous decision victory over Emmanuel Rodriguez. And look, you know, I didn't have a chance to watch the fight live or anything like that, so I had to watch the highlights and kind of read about it and just kind of my own conclusions. But from the little bit I've seen from Nishida, coming into the fight, Nishida did not have a big knockout record. He probably had one of the worst knockout ratios of any fighter I've seen in a long time coming into a world title fight. He had one knockout in 8 fights coming into this bout. And, you know, this is why you can't always go by what you see on paper, because sometimes what you see on paper and what you see in the ring can be very deceiving. Because when you watch Nishida, he has the typical, you know, Japanese disciplined, regimented style, a lot of straight punches, good balance, good footwork. Traditionally speaking, Japanese fighters tend to be really good mid-range fighters, and he was able to really boss the fight from that range, because that's where Emmanuel Rodriguez likes to fight normally, is mid-range himself. He's got like to pick his shots and be classy at mid-range, and that played right into Nishida's hands, because Nishida, being the younger, the fresher fighter, he was able to, you know, kind of probe the jab and light him up from the outside and turn him, and he actually wound up dropping Emmanuel Rodriguez in the 4th round, and yeah, he won a decision. And, you know, Emmanuel Rodriguez has had an interesting go of things recently, because, you know, he became champion his last fight against Melvin Lopez in dominant fashion. Then he retired for like 2 days, and then he came back, and now he's lost the title already. So maybe psychologically speaking, Emmanuel Rodriguez's mind already was 1 foot out the door, because he was already retired, even if it was for like 2 days. But all in all, look, it was a good fight. Rodriguez had a couple rounds that he won, but it wasn't necessarily like a fight where the outcome could be called into question or anything like that. Nishida was the superior boxer. Nishida, he's not one of these guys that has like big time one punch power, but he's got that. He's one of those guys that he knows how to place his shots, and he beats you up. Like, he places his shots very well. And when you fight a guy like Nishida, yeah, okay, he doesn't have the big one punch knockout power, but when you fight that guy like this, who's accurate, who knows how to place his shots, you look like you've been in a fight. And that's kind of what I saw from Nishida in this fight. So he becomes the IBF champion. And just so you guys know, this continues a Japanese stranglehold on the lower weight classes. Because, guys, in case you don't know, from 105 pounds to 122 pounds, there's at least one champion in every weight class that is Japanese. You got, and I don't know how many champions in general it is. So I'm going to count them. You got Jinjiro Shigeoka. You got Kenshiro Taraji holding it down at 108. You got 112. You got Seigo Yuri Akui holding the WBA belt loudly and proudly. You got at 115. You got Kazuya Ioka and Kosai Tanaka. Okay. Then you got Takuma Inoue, right? You got Junta Nakatani. You got Nishida, and now you got Naya Inoue. So what is that? That's nine world champions. And just so you guys know, that's 9 world champions currently for Japan in boxing. And just so you guys know, on the Inoue undercard, you're gonna have Yoshi Takai, another Japanese fighter, good fighter, taking on Jason Maloney for the WBO belt. So that could be 10 world champions for Japan. And if Takai wins that fight, that means the entire bantamweight division will be all Japanese world champions. So it's a very, very great time for boxing in the Far East. And as far as what could be next for Nishida, I mean, he just won the belt, so I think they could literally do a all Japanese. If Yoshi Takai wins his fight against Maloney, you could literally do an all Japanese unification card, you know, and I think it would do well. But you know, the guy that's 3rd in the rankings, that's the next highest in the rankings, is Seiya Tsutsumi. We know Tsutsumi had that really, really infamous fight now with Kazuki Anaguchi, where You know, he unfortunately, you know, dropped him and beat him to death, literally. And so that would obviously be a very fun fight. We know that Seiya Tsutsumi has seen, I don't want to say the same style that Nishida has fighting a guy like Anaguchi, but he's fought a similar style. You know, got both fighters regimented, well-schooled Japanese southpaws. Although I will say, Kazuki Anaguchi had a bit more athleticism to him. Nishida kind of fights a little bit more within himself, so that could be a good fight. Obviously, it also is worth noting that now that Nishida's won the belt, he could become a potential candidate for Romo Gonzalez. Because for those of you that don't know, Chocolatito Gonzalez is fighting July 12th in Nicaragua in a little stay busy fight. But then after that, I've already been told by his team, and it's already been reported out there on many news outlets, that Romo Gonzalez does intend to fight somebody at 118 to try to become a 5-division champion, because only like 6 or 7 fighters have done that in the history of boxing. So he's now in the running for that. And I do know that Emmanuel Rodriguez was one of the guys that they were really highly considered, probably the front runner. So now that he's got that belt, maybe Nishida, you know, he's a fighter, he's a southpaw, he's very good, but like he doesn't have that punching power. And for a smaller guy like Romo Gonzalez moving up, maybe he then becomes a prime candidate for, you know, a potential Romo Gonzalez fight. But nonetheless, good win for Nishida. I don't know where, I think Emmanuel Rodriguez, I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he winds up retiring because he was already retired before he even had this fight. So maybe he winds up going back to retirement. But we know Emmanuel Rodriguez is one of the better fighters in this weight class, and he didn't become 2-time bantamweight champion on accident. So if he still wants to fight, there's good fights out there for him. But whether you like it or not, the road to big-time boxing in the bantamweight division, if you want to become champion, it goes through the Far East. It goes through Japan. And Nishida, I'm losing my train of thought. Nishida, he becomes Japan's 9th active world champion. The 10th could be pending with Yoshi Takai against Jason Maloney. So leave your comments down below, guys. What did you guys think of the fight? What do you guys think of Nishida becoming Japan's 9th active world champion? And yeah, who do you want to see him fight next? So leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.